Bitcoin is a cryptocurrency made in 2009 by someone called Satoshi Nakamoto. No, not that Satoshi Nakamoto. No one really knows who made Bitcoin. It's all a bit of a mystery, really. But nonetheless, we'll carry on. Bitcoin is a currency much like the currency we use today. However, the big difference is that it's online and it isn't a physical object that you can hold. Instead, it's an alternative to normal electronic transfers, in that users can transfer money without recourse to a trusted third party. This direct form of transfer is conducted using the blockchain database technology. I'll go into more detail about the blockchain in a bit. But Bitcoin is the most successful of the series of alternative currencies that make use of advances in computing and technology. The Bitcoin value fluctuates within every minute of the day. On the time I was recording this video, the value of the Bitcoin was this. Firstly, to start mining, you're going to need lots of money to get a good PC to work on it. The better quality your PC, the higher the chance of you actually getting somewhere with this. Great! Now you've got yourself a solid PC with a very good graphics card, I hope, you can now start to mine. Before you start, note down that mining is painstaking, costly, and only sporadically rewarding. Mining is the process in which new bitcoins are put into circulation, but is also a very important component of the maintenance and development of the blockchain ledger. This is done by getting your PC to solve extremely complex mathematical equations. To put it simply, the purpose of mining is to legitimize and monitor Bitcoin transactions, ensuring their validity. Because these responsibilities are spread among users around the world, Bitcoin is a decentralized cryptocurrency which doesn't require a third party. The blockchain is a network of computers called nodes. They all have the same history of transaction validated. This includes every new node too. Becoming a node is completely open to everyone. Each block made in the blockchain is timestamped at the moment of creation, and each new block on the chain is created with an inherent link to the preceding block. Therefore, if you were to try and tamper with one block, you would have to alter all subsequent blocks in the chain, therefore making it impossible to tamper with. The blockchain is an ingenious idea originally thought of in 1991 by a group of researchers and was originally intended to timestamp digital documents, so it was not possible to backdate them or tamper with them, but is now being used in the world of cryptocurrencies. Just a little fact, the reason it's called mining is because Bitcoin is a finite resource where only 21 million Bitcoins can exist at one time. Around the world there are things called mining farms, which use certain hardware that are used for mining purposes only and don't have an export on them. This is to make sure that the GPU prioritizes the mining rather than the export to your screen. So once they are used, they can't be repurposed, which brings me on to my next part. The carbon footprint of mining and cryptocurrency reached an all-time high on the 10th of May, which is exactly the point where Elon Musk himself said he would opt out of accepting cryptocurrency payment on Teslas. So what's caused this? Let's have a look. The hardware used in mining farms are called Application-Specific Integrated Circuits, or ASICs for short. They're designed like graphic cards, as I mentioned before. Their job role is to mine specific cryptocurrency and nothing else. The carbon footprint of these mining farms, which is a warehouse filled with hundreds and thousands of these ASICs, has increasingly gotten worse. In Elon Musk's tweet, he shows the power usage of the years of Bitcoin mining. This graph, portrayed by the University of Cambridge, shows the terawatt-hour TWH usage that Bitcoin has. The upper usage of TWH has had a significant increase from 110 TWH to 510 TWH, which is roughly a 360% increase from 2017 to now. To put it into some context, this is about the same amount of energy that Germany uses. So what happens when the ASICs and graphics cards are of no use anymore? Well, that's where e-waste comes in. The ASICs and graphics cards that are used just for mining will not be repurposed. They can't be used up again. You can't replace a chip. You would have to buy a new one. They will be of no use to anyone. That's when they get thrown into e-waste. E-waste, otherwise known as electronic waste, is a process in which all used electronic items which are outdated, unwanted, or broken gets thrown away. This happens a lot with graphics cards and ASICs. They become overused quickly and won't work to their best of ability. 10% of e-waste gets recycled, but the other 90% we don't recycle ends up getting landfilled, incinerated, or illegally traded. So what makes e-waste so bad for the environment? E-waste contains a metric ton of chemicals that are harmful to humanity and the environment. Chemicals you wouldn't be near as well, like mercury, lead, beryllium, brominated flame retardants, and cadmium. When the electronics are mishandled during disposal, the chemicals named above will end up in our soil, water, and air, which is pretty bad. Sometimes electronic waste is illegally exported to countries that don't have any laws or legislation on how to handle such material, which leads to an unsafe work environment. Cryptocurrency sounds great on the outside, but when you dig into it a bit more and realise the environmental impacts it causes, you have to ask yourself, is it really worth it? Think about it.